Have you ever wondered why the eagle flies alone? Why it doesn't fear the storm but flies straight into it? While other birds seek shelter, the eagle rises higher. What if I told you, the very storms you're running from are the winds, meant to lift you? This is not just about a bird. This is about you, your struggle, your breakthrough, and the untapped power within you. It's time to stop living grounded and start soaring. Just like the eagle, which dares to soar alone at towering heights above the mountains where no other bird would even dream to fly, because it knows that the strength of its wings, the sharpness of its vision, and the courage in its heart are far greater than the fear of falling or the silence of solitude. So too must we rise above the noise of the world, above the doubts that crowd our minds and the fears that try to shackle our feet to the ground. For within each of us lies the same fire, the same daring spirit that, when awakened, burns away the excuses, the procrastination, and the comfort zones we cling to, urging us to chase our purpose with relentless force, to stretch our wings in defiance of gravity, and to believe that the storms of life are not here to destroy us but to lift us higher. Because when the eagle sees a storm approaching, it doesn't cower, it doesn't retreat, it doesn't seek shelter. It flies straight into the tempest, using the wind's fury to elevate itself beyond the clouds, above the chaos, to a place of stillness and light where only the bold dare to go, teaching us that our obstacles are not roadblocks but ramps, not punishments but preparation, not the end but the beginning of our transformation, and that we too must look our storms in the eye and say, "You will not break me, you will make me." And in doing so, we learn to embrace the pain that shapes us, the setbacks that strengthen us, the loneliness that reveals our true friends, and the failures that become our most valuable teachers. Because just as the eagle goes through a rebirth in midlife, shedding its beak, claws, and feathers in a painful process of transformation that grants it another 3 decades of life, we must sometimes break down in order to rebuild. We must let go of the outdated beliefs, the toxic habits, the harmful relationships, and the self-imposed limitations that no longer serve us, knowing full well that growth is rarely comfortable, but always worth it. And as we rise like the eagle into our higher selves, we begin to see the world not as it is, but as it could be, not from the perspective of fear and scarcity, but from a lens of abundance, vision, and purpose. For the eagle does not flap frantically. Like smaller birds, it glides with grace, conserving energy, trusting the wind, reminding us that when we align with our calling, when we flow instead of force, when we trust instead of doubt, we gain access to a power far greater than our own. And it is then, in that sacred stillness, that we discover what we're truly capable of. Because life is not a sprint, but a flight, and the altitude we reach will be determined not by how loudly we scream, but by how boldly we soar, how wisely we choose our direction, and how fiercely we believe in the power of our wings to carry us through the darkest nights and into the most brilliant dawns. And though the climb may be steep, the air thin and the company few, remember that the eagle never envies the pigeons on the ground. It doesn't waste its time fighting for crumbs. It hunts for greatness. And so must we, because we were never meant to live caged by fear, by failure, by the opinions of others. We were born to rise, to conquer, to lead, to live each day with the conviction that no matter how high the mountain, how strong the headwind, how heavy the burden, we have within us the same power that drives the eagle skyward, a heart that refuses to give up, a mind that dares to dream, and a soul that knows no limits. And in embracing that truth, we begin to live not just as survivors of life, but as architects of destiny, warriors of light, and eagles in human form, destined to soar.